Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are celebrating my birthday tomorrow. And I am a Gemini birthday, early June, and it's going to be really fun to have a birthday party with you guys. But we were reading, as we do in some Scott Cunningham books, hello Raven, about, and I did a video about birthday cakes and how we can decorate them, especially for our birthdays, and how to incorporate the upcoming wishes for that year. So if you haven't watched my video on birthday cakes and witchcraft, make sure to go check that out. We filmed it about 2 weeks ago. Okay. I have the computer up because I thought I might need to search some symbols and things like that, because I want to get my birthday cake right. So let me show you kind of what I've got. We're going to start out this video by showing you the haul that I've gotten when I was out at the store today. I'd like to get a better angle on myself. Hey Dangerous Eyes, how are you? Yes, I'm so excited too. It's my birthday week. And for those of you who celebrate birthday weeks, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's no need to just make it like a short time to celebrate. Birthday weeks are the best. So I need to search a Gemini symbol, but I made up a sigil for the top of the cake. And I'm going to go through and explain the whole thing, but this is the sigil that I've made that's inside of the squirrely box. Okay. In the video that I made, do you guys know, am I allowed to play my own video and we watch it together? Is that allowed? Like if I played my video on the laptop and we filmed it here live, is that allowed or not? I don't know. But I rewatched it again this morning. I just didn't take notes, but I think I remember everything. A square cake is good for money and prosperity and abundance in the upcoming year. A circle cake is good for spirituality, self-love, etc. And I thought originally I was going to do a square cake, but the square cake choices that they had at the store, I didn't like the flavors of them. They were all chocolate. And I like chocolate, but I just don't like it. I'm just picky about desserts. So I ended up getting that rad lemon cake. It's in the shape of a circle, and that makes a lot of sense because I'm on a new spiritual journey right now. It's so funny how our lives can just flip-flop in the decision of another person, and that's so interesting. But like I say, things are really good. Went out and got some birthday supplies. So we're going to do a sigil on top of the cake. We're going to do, we learned in my video, in the reading from Scott Cunningham, to do a symbol of, if you were to write something on your cake, like you know how we write on our cakes, happy birthday, or well wishes, or sometimes people do get well cakes. But we've decided that we should be writing these things in the law of attraction. So instead of saying get well to a person who's ill, write on the cake or make that sentence into a sigil on the cake that says, Jennifer has recovered and is doing better than ever. Her health is better than ever. And then break that down into a sigil, because who can fit that all onto a cake? But when you eat those words, it actually is a spell. It's a working. So the words that I want to eat, I've made into a sigil. The sentence that I wrote out was, the next 365 days will be the best of Jennifer's life. Okay? Because as you guys will find out slowly, there's some major life changes I'm going through. So I took that whole sentence, and I can't write 365 like in numbers. So I wrote it in words. 365 days will be the best of Jennifer's life. And then, as we learned in my sigil video on how I make sigils, we did the breaking down, right? And the only letters that stayed were those that didn't double, okay? So the letters that stayed were H, U, V, B, O, L, and J. There were 7 letters, which I think is cool. Remember that when you have a V is also an L, like so that you don't have to make this thing into something that looks like a bunch of letters stuck together. And what I mean by that is, right here, we've got an L. Do you see the L? And it's a part of the H. And I'm explaining that right here. See how you can see the L and the H? Well, you can also see a V in the H. So within the H, you've already ticked off 2 letters, if you want, you know, if you don't want it to be a big jumble of things. So, you know, within that we've got all my letters, and to me I try and make it look like a design rather than a bunch of letters put together. So that little lettering, when I eat it, I'll be eating the sentence already written out in Law of Attraction. The next 365 days are the best in Jennifer's life, you know. Okay, so get the Gemini symbol and we will put it on the cake. Let me show you guys the cake. I also got blueberries to put on top of my lemon cake and raspberries. And I just love fresh berries on top of really nice dense cake. Hey, Gaming with JT, how are you? Thank you for saying I look beautiful. That's such a nice thing to hear on your birthday week. Dustin, how are you? He said, oh hey, I've been missing the lives lately. Happy birthday if I don't get to tell you. Bless you, thank you. Any other Geminis in the room? I know Dangerous Eyes, who's here. I do believe you're a Gemini, aren't you? Hey, Moss the Boss, welcome to the room. How are you? So good to see you. Witchy Susie Q is here. Yeah, Dangerous Eyes is a Gemini. That's what I thought. I've just been addicted to the rose water. Also, my Florida water bottle, my atomizer, it's leaking and it's dripping and I don't know how to fix it. So I have to take it to my friends at the antique shop and see if they know how to fix it. Because that's a bummer. I think it's because I use it every single day and it wasn't used for like, you know, 50 years or something. Okay. Hey, Brittany. Oh, so good to catch you. Yes, yes. Sherry Bug's a Pisces girl. Pisces are awesome. My mother is a Pisces, and my old best friend, my old sister-in-law, is a Pisces. And they actually shared the same exact birthday, interestingly enough. So it was fun to celebrate their birthdays together. They always liked celebrating their birthdays. I forgot to show you guys, this candle has been burning the whole time. I had a Terrathon 2019 candle with a heart, and it's all just mushed up now. But I've had this candle going since the evening before Terrathon started. These things burn forever, and it never has leaked yet. Like, it hasn't leaked at all. Pretty good candle. Alright. Oh, I was going to show you my teeny tiny thrift haul. Sorry I'm all jumbled up. I have so much to talk to you guys about. So we were at the pet store today. Right? We're at the pet store today. Oh, yeah. Holy smokes! You like that, Dustin? Thank you. That's the rubber parts between the metal and the glass. Okay, so today we were at the pet store. Like farm supply store. And I was thinking, okay, I want to see what kind of animal parts they have here so I can tell you guys how you can get them. They had, because people use deer horns for dogs' chew toys, they use cow hooves, pig's hooves, all kinds of stuff, right? I got this for $1.69. It is a giant, this is the biggest one that was in the vat. It's a pig's ear. I mean, it doesn't smell too bad. It doesn't smell even as bad as chicken's feet. But it smells like a dog's chew toy. But I'm gonna do this, and it's so funny because it's so big. It looks like Pee Wee Herman joke or something. For some like really awesome like communication workings. If you need somebody to fucking hear what you're saying, like if they're just not hearing you, or if you're having trouble understanding someone else. Maybe you could do a working on or inside of this pig's ear, herbal working for communication, for listening. You could go intuitively, or you could look out of Scotty's book. But I just thought that this is such a cool idea for $1.69 to have an actual piece of taxidermy. I guess it's not technically taxidermy because it's not, you know, stuffed in fur and everything, but it's a pig's ear. You know, and it didn't have to be inside of a, hey, Madam Butterfly. It didn't have to be inside, oh, my vape tank, right. It didn't have to be inside of a wet specimen jar. So for $1.69. Now let me tell you about the other things they had there. Water buffalo sheep's horn, and it was like this big, just kind of the end tip of it, for 14 bucks. So I'll be getting a pair of those for sure. And I'll be getting those up on the Etsy shop so that you guys can buy some water buffalo horns. If you were to get any kind of piece of water buffalo taxidermy, and I'm talking about like even just dry skeletons like this that I have here of this deer, if you were to get any of that of a water buffalo, just horns, it would be in the $400, $500, $600 of dollars. So I think it's really cool. So as soon as I get an extra 30 bucks, that's what I'll be doing. Chris Cook, hey man, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while in the chat. So nice to see you. Appreciate you dropping a like. Excellent. Was the most exquisite item you've gotten to work with? Oh, probably my cougar in my room, I suppose, as far as exquisite goes. Have you seen my cougar in my room? She's in most of my episodes. And she's exquisite because my family ate from her, you know, and that bonds her to me in a separate way than I could even explain. So, yeah, alright, so let's get into this. What else did I get when I was out and about? When we were at the specialty grocery store getting the cake, I got this for $1.99, a cedar plank. Okay? It's really thin, and this isn't ink writing, it's just a pressed in like a little burn. It's like a little burn type stamp. And this is to cook fish on, but I'm going to be cutting this up because I use cedars in my teas, in my tea blends, and it smells so good. Yes, we love Effie, she's so amazing. But man, you guys smell this. Oh, it smells so good. It just smells like fresh cut wood. So that really brings out a beautiful aroma in your tea. And when you know it hasn't been stored out in the wood pile, like is the cedar I normally use is from my mom's wood pile, this is clean and hasn't had spiders and other stuff in it. So I can put it in my teas that I put in my Etsy shop and whatnot. So that's a good idea for you guys, $2 for a cedar plank. Now I just have to figure out how to break it up into pieces. But normally I take a piece of, like, a big hunk of pliers and just break chunks off for that. But I think I'm getting a Dremel toolkit for my birthday. I have got my gifts over here and I shook it. It sounds like tools and I asked for a Dremel kit, so we'll see. That way I can make more jewelry out of like seeds and all kinds of stuff. Okay, I got some Trick Sparkler birthday candles for around my cake because I'm going to be decorating my cake. I can't bake, otherwise I'd bake it myself. I'm just making it look fun and fancy and all of that. Oh! Yesterday when I was out, I got hemp threads. I got black hemp thread, and it's a nice, really thin cord. I like it because I do a lot of my handmade jewelry out of black hemp thread. Hey, Silver Willow, welcome. And then I got this like mixed color one, which I thought would be so cool with seashells, and then this brown, and 2 blacks because I usually just use black. So I've got more of that, and then I got an early birthday gift, which I'll show you that in a second. Yesterday I got 2 cardstocks. I got this one, which is a lot like the one I've been using, however it's sparkly. It's got like a sparkle to it. So it's gonna, I know that the camera's not gonna relate it, but it is a little sparkly in the background. After I bought that at the next store, I found glitter Astro Bright. So, but it was twice as much. It was 20 bucks. So next time I have 20 extra bucks. I'm getting more of that. However, I did buy cardstock for the deck, which I was asked to make yesterday or the day before. The what is the name of it? Steampunk. So I'm going to make a steampunk deck, and I got all these colors, which are just like natural browns and stones and whatever it's called. Husk, Grocer Craft, Honeycomb, Concrete, and Stone. So I thought those would be really good for like a steampunk deck, just natural colors. Mountain Butterfly said, I wish I had mid-year birthday. Dude, I feel grateful that I have a mid-year birthday because it's like December for Yule and Christmas gifts, and then 6 months later my birthday. So I've always felt lucky about that. But these are the colors I got for that steampunk deck that I'm going to be starting for something vlogs. What's his name, you guys? Is it Joey Vlogs? I can't remember. Yeah, and so I'm going to get pictures and start putting screws on the eyes, like a pinup lady with a screw on her eye, and then like a, I don't know, cutting up into decoupage, making her look like part girl, part machine, right? Isn't that what steampunk's all about? Yeah, oh, and happy unbirthday to everyone else, you know? It is actually my unbirthday. Is it anybody's birthday in the room? Such a good one. Hey, Mama Hennessy, how are you? Ooh, I like your new icon. That's very pretty. So I got those two ones for the steampunk deck. I got these natural colors, and then I just got these shimmery ones for fun. And then I got something I've been needing to get for a long time, which is just folders to store all my different sections of art. Because let me kind of show you a little bit about how I'm currently doing it. I have to unplug you to do that. It's probably not a good idea, but it is all relative right now, so let's do this. So right now I've been storing all of my kind of art like this, and the folders are just like, and they don't, the cats are always trying to walk around and stuff. So this is kind of just our shoe rack, but I've changed it into my art office type of area. Okay, so now we're back over here, which is good. And so I've gotten these files to store my art in, and I'm very excited about that. There's 100, and they're just so bright and beautifully colored. It's going to bring a lot of brightness into my life at Peggy's. Okay, I also got for our birthday cake doing up today, I got my singing bowl out because I thought it would be so lovely if you guys were here and helped me put loving energy into the cake at the same time that I was playing this for you, and we can put those gorgeous vibrations of this singing bowl into the cake after it's all decorated and can just absorb this lovely sound. For those of you, there's a lot of new people in the room, so I'm going to talk in code. For those of you who have watched my videos on why I wear this necklace, I think it's so, so special that on my birthday I get to wear this necklace. I only wear it at one time during the month, okay? I guess that's enough said. But you have such special magic during that time. Also, during your birthday, the day of your birth, the day the sun is back in the same sign it was on the day of your birth, you personally have so much magic on that day, whether you're male or female or whatever. So I'm going to be doing some extra special workings on my birthday because I have harnessed extra magic and extra knowledge. Okay, so what else did I get to show you? There's so much to show you. This will be the sigil that we've created, and the sigil breaks down to the sentence, the next 365 days are the best of Jennifer's life. Okay, because when you eat those words, it is a spell in itself. So we do have to look up the Gemini symbol because we are going to be doing the shape of the candles in a Gemini symbol instead of the number of years, because that's something that we read in the video that I did on birthdays in Witchcraft. And I have one thing to show you that's awesome as well. We have two things that we've added to the herbal cupboard. Rhubarb, which we grew ourselves out in our garden, and rhubarb leaf. Rhubarb leaf, I gotta unplug you again, is so amazing. I'm gonna take you outside really quick and show it to you. Rhubarb leaf is poisonous. Oh, and you guys, we are going up the hill tonight to go harvest. I found a hill of foxglove right outside of my house. Now you have to be really careful because foxglove is poisonous. I'm going to be harvesting it hopefully tonight as the sun's kind of going down. But we're going to get foxglove up on the Etsy site, and then and that's poisonous, very poisonous. You got to be careful. But again, the poisonous ones are really good in Witchcraft. And then look at that frickin' rhubarb leaf. I have some in the dehydrator, you know, but I wanted to see if I could just get one to dry in the sun, because they're just like fabric. Like, it's so, so soft, and it's so amazing. And look how big it is. Here's my head. Here's the rhubarb leaf. So these are not edible. They are poisonous if you eat them. I don't know what would happen to you. I'm not a doctor. I can't say that enough on this channel. I'm not a doctor. But man, just even being by it. So I just have it on my outdoor rack. That noise that you hear is the aquaponics back there. We have fish and herbs. Yeah, Heather, thanks. Tomorrow's my party. Foxglove is your favorite flower, Madam Butterfly? That's great. So yeah, maybe we'll try and record that tonight. Maybe I can have Alex record it while because he's going to drive me up there, and then I'm going to get out of the car with a sack and everything. And yeah, isn't it so beautiful? Just amazingly gorgeous. So yeah, we'll try and do a live of that tonight, or at least a video if we can't get it to go live outside of Wi-Fi. Alright. I'm kind of all over the place, my apologies. Next. Okay, so rhubarb and rhubarb leaf. We'll figure out what they're good for when we read it in Scott Cunningham's book. We're not doing any reading today because we're trying to stay on topic and all of that. I'll try and record it, Madam Butterfly, because this hill that's just literally right up the road from my house. Me and Peggy were driving and trying to find a good place to be able to stop to get at least like 4 or 5 or 6 stems. The hill has like 50, 60, 70 stems on it, so I'm going to get as much as I can. Yeah, that'll be a fun recording. So, today we went to a nursery, okay? We went to a nursery. Alex often likes to stop at nurseries because that's his passion. So we went there because he took me to go get my birthday cake stuff. And, oh, also, this is a hint, but my new room, I'm getting this humongous big loft. I'm going to paint the whole thing red, like lipstick red. It's going to be so amazing. I got this book today as a gift from Alex, like an early birthday gift to me and to the channel. It's called The Drunken Botanist. I cannot tell you how freaking excited I am to be, to have this. In the car I read the first chapter to Alex, and basically it goes through and just talks about all different well, let me read the back to you. Well, okay, The Drunken Botanist, the plants that create the world's great drinks. So it talks about how to make how cider is made, all about the plant itself, the extractions method. We read about agave, and it was just so amazingly interesting. So we are going to have so much fun reading this book on the channel, you guys. And it's not just a 1 or 2 page thing. It's like 8 pages per thing, you know. And then it goes on to apple, talks about cider, talks about, you know, potato, talks about vodka, tells you how to make it. How to make all these different syrups, talks about trees, growing notes, herbs. Like, this is one cool book so far. Yeah, I can't wait to read more of it with you guys, but I just read a chapter out loud to Alex in the car and it was great. He was super entertained because it talked loads just about the plant history first, before it talked about any of the other kind of alchemy things. Hey, from the dark pool, how are you? Yeah, it is actually a really gorgeous looking book. It's kind of got that soft texture to it. And it was very attractive. So let me read the back to you guys. A spirited toast to the marriage of botany and booze. Who doesn't love that? Sake began with a grain of rice. Scotch emerged from barley. Tequila from agave. Rum from sugarcane. Bourbon from corn. Thirsty yet? In The Drunken Botanist, Amy Stewart explores the dizzying array of herbs, flowers, trees, fruits, and fungi that humans have through ingenuity, inspiration, and sheer desperation contrived to transform into alcohol over the centuries. Of all of the extraordinary and obscure plants that have been fermented and distilled, a few are dangerous, some are downright bizarre. I read this earthworm booze cocktail where they literally put earthworms in it. It's nuts, this book. So wait. Some are downright bizarre, and one is as ancient as dinosaurs, but each represents a unique cultural contribution to our global drinking traditions and our history. This fascinating concoction of biology, chemistry, history, etymology, and mixology, with more than 50 drink recipes and growing tips for gardeners, will make you the most popular guest at any cocktail party. Seriously, just reading one chapter of this, just about agave, and that's like 8 pages, I learned so much that if I did go to a cocktail party, or even just like a tequila bar, I'd have so much to talk about. I would sound so interesting. This is a cool book, and we're going to have so much fun reading it on the channel. Hey, Danny and Grace. Cards and Toys, welcome. Thanks for joining. So we've got plenty of moderators in the room. Whenever I need to read or be decorating or be away, just make sure you guys are taking care of me. I wonder if it mentions the tequila worm. Yes. So when we read about this, it'll be great. So I got that as an early gift today, and that was fantastic. Did you guys, everybody in the room, see this giant pig ear that I got for $1.69? Can you do some workings to help with listening, communication, if you have somebody that's just not hearing you or understanding you? Yes, yes, yes. I'm excited about the readings too. Okay, so let me show you the cake, and then maybe let's just start playing around with the cake. Hey Trisha, how are you? Your dogs love those pig ears? Right. I know that is huge, and it was the biggest one that was there. Hey Hadrina Thomas, how are you? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh, my birthday's only awesome because you guys are here, right? I love being together, and tomorrow will be the party, so everybody is invited. All of the world, I guess, as long as they are kind. And let me get my cake out and show it to you guys. So I got this brand of cake. It's one of my favorites. It's really like dense and moist and delicious. And then on the outside there's these like white chocolate shavings. It's amazing. But I do like to always kind of jazz it up by adding things like berries, in particular raspberries and blueberries, as long as they're firm and crunchy on the blueberries and firm on the raspberry side too. Cake! I know. So what did we learn about cake in the video I did about birthday cakes and witchcraft? We learned that cake in particular, not brownies, not root beer floats for your birthday, not cheesecake, but cake with flour, butter, grains, and milk make this beautiful ancient treat that's like a spell. And if you eat a cake on your birthday, it ensures that that upcoming year you will not go hungry. Okay, that's what we learned from Scott Cunningham's book. I rewatched my video this morning. So that combination of those things make this beautiful ancient well-known wish. Jen the Moon Witch! Hey Jen with 2 N's, another one. I love that you have 2 N's in your name. I wish you could be there in person for your Jen. You guys, it's just as good. Oh yes, we would watch. We would. Flavored cider and peep show. I got some new flavored ciders for my birthday. Let me show you what I got, you guys. Madam Butterfly, we would do exactly that. And we would probably do some workings as well. You guys want to guess what flavors of cider I got? Go ahead and guess. I haven't shown these on the channel yet. But I'll tell you what, both of them could definitely be used in witchcraft, and one of them definitely is. So what kind of cider do you think we're drinking on my birthday? Any guesses? I want to see some guesses. Ooh, raspberry, good guess. Jen the Moon Witch says, I just buy a box of Devil's Food Cake, mix it and pour in a pan. In a can of Pepsi? Really? I've heard of people using Sprite as like in a marinade to help with using Sprite in a marinade to help get the meat tender. But I've never heard of Pepsi and cake, but it does really make sense. I know a lot of people are playing with the science of baking. You gotta send me that recipe, Jen the Moon Witch. That sounds cool. So I got a guess of strawberry, raspberry, apple, and elderberry. Trisha, you're really on the right track there with the elderberry. Dustin says cherry. Okay, Dustin, you're really close. We got sour cherry. Yum. This one's from Portland, I do believe. Let's see. I normally get the other cherry because it's 6.5%. This one's 5%. It tastes better. And they're from, yeah, Portland, Oregon, and I'm up here in Seattle. So I'm trying to find more friends in Seattle, by the way. I need as many friends in Seattle as I can make. There was another Jen Witch on Tarot-thon that was in Seattle. What's our next guess on the other one? Peach, elderberry, watermelon, good guesses. I do like cherry. I do. You use Sprite, it works alright. You mean you use Sprite in baking, Mama Hennessy? Lemon, lavender, lime? You guys, these are good guesses. Okay, no. I would have never guessed they were going to make a flickin' hibiscus cider. You guys. And listen to this. It says, it always says what the notes are. There we go. Floral, hibiscus, elderflower, ginger, honey. I really want to taste one of these right now. But I'm taking a chance on this because it could be really bad. Like that Marionberry one, I wasn't a fan of it at all. And these are $2 a piece after you buy them. And that's like bar price. So I only really get them for special occasions. But I know that sour cherry's going to be good. Sour cherry. You're drinking hibiscus iced tea right now. And Heather, you didn't guess hibiscus? Let's just taste this, but I won't drink the whole thing. I just want to taste it. You're drinking hibiscus. Yes. Woohoo! Alright. Cheers to anyone who around the world, you know, is having a beverage. It's Incline Cider Company in Portland. Compass Rosé Hibiscus Cider. You guys think it's going to be good? Wildflower honey mead. I love mead. Dustin, I've made mead on my channel, but it's called metheglin when you add herbs into it. So yeah, and it's something that the like Vikings do. The Vikings made mead. And the Vikings, do you guys think this is going to be good or not so good? The Vikings made mead and they would pray to the gods because sometimes the batch would work and sometimes it wouldn't, and that was all based upon yeast, but they didn't know that. They thought the gods would either grant it to be boozy or not, so they would always pray to the gods before they made a batch of anything for it to either work or not. And isn't that so funny? But then they started using the same wooden spoon to stir it every time, making their own rituals, and it's that wooden spoon that carried that mother yeast each time and made every batch good. And they finally kind of realized that. But yeah, so metheglin is spelled metheglin, metheglin. And I have a video a long way back where I made herbal mead, metheglin. All right, let's taste the hibiscus cider. It's really complex. Like, it goes in and you have it all in your mouth, and it tastes really good, and it's sour on the sides of your mouth because it's apple. And then as you swallow, you kind of get the like ginger and sweetness of the honey. I can't tell you that I taste loads of hibiscus in particular. And it is a hibiscus cider. It tastes damn good, but I don't know if I can taste hibiscus in there. It's good though. Alright, so I always learn so much on your channel, Jen. Well, thanks, and Miss Emily. That's why we're here, is to like learn and teach each other, and it's great stuff. So let me get these back in the fridge so I don't drink them. I'll have a mimosa in the morning. Okay. And we can look up the Gemini symbol on the laptop, and then we can start painting the birthday cake. You guys, guess what though? I know the last time something was in here, you guys were like, no. It was in the heading. But I do have a special surprise in here. Do you guys want to know what's in here? How do I say it? So, hopefully tonight, but there's a chance it might not happen tonight. Thanks, Sherry Bug. Okay, so, hi, sha-na-na-na-na-na. Anyone want to guess what's in the box? You'll never guess. But if anybody wanted to guess, now would be the time. Alex and I are going to try and go on tonight and make this. Alex was in Iraq in 2001. He went into the boot camp for the Marine Corps when he was just to turn 18 years old. You guys can guess what's in the box if you want to. It has to do with what the story is about. And so when he was over there, he got to keep a couple things and bring them back. He was actually in Saddam's palace. We have a picture of him in front of Saddam's palace with his group of men. What's that called? Like his unit. So anyway, he played a big part in all of that craziness that was going on during that time. So what's in the box is something that he brought back, and he brought back about 4, 5, or 6 of them. And I was sorting through them last night, and we've been talking about making a video on this for a while. Flag is surely a good guess. Last time it was a cow part. There was a cow tongue in here. I put anything in this box. I think it's fun to have this box be like something cool that we do guessing with. I know, I'm trying to wind you up. So okay. This is something that me and my best friend Alex thought that we could do on the channel together tonight. Yes, my best friend Alex. Okay. We thought it would be super fun to make an MRE. Because an MRE isn't just, it's not just one meal. It's a full day of meals for, that soldier, and there's like 6,000 calories or something in here. One of my favorite channels her channel's called Emmy Japan Eats or something like that. She does MREs from all around the world, and she just, for the instructions, she takes her iPhone and holds it up, and she has an app that will decode the language. And that she's lately been doing some Russian MREs, and she's done Chinese MREs and all this stuff. So these are from 2003 or 4 that he got to bring back with him from the war. And as you know, they stay good for like long time. So these by no means are going to expire. We have like a couple vegetarian ones, and then we have meatloaf and beef teriyaki. But I've chosen the meatloaf for us to make, and it comes with stuff like tea and jam and crackers. Like, it comes with a whole day's worth of stuff apparently for one soldier. So yes, thanks Madam Butterfly. I give him amazing, huge respects for what he did as well. And I will tell him you said so. Yeah, so Dustin, that was what I was thinking. Maybe the American MREs aren't that cultured like the ones that we were seeing on the Emmy Eats. So we will find out together, hopefully tonight. He said twice he'd be fine with doing the video tonight, so hopefully that happens. I do have to tell you guys a little bit of bad news. I realized that I wrote this out not properly in the Law of Attraction. I said, will be the best of her life, but I need to write is. So I need to redo this, and I'm sure that we can still chit-chat while I do that super quick. Okay, sha-na-na-na-na-na. Sounds good. I'll check Skype after this. so excited about this cake. You guys, it's going to be so freaking hard for me not to eat it. But the cool thing is I plan on... Oh, wait. Well, I'll make the cake with... Well, shoot. Fine, I can wait. I'll just wait. So tomorrow we're doing the birthday party at 3 o'clock my time in Seattle, which is 5 o'clock in Texas, which is 6 o'clock on the East Coast. So like after everybody gets off work tomorrow or whatever, I figured that's how I could let the most people attend the live. So that's what time it will be tomorrow, and I guess I have to wait that long to eat the cake. But yeah, the MRE we're going to do this evening, I do believe. I need to do this super quick, and you guys can just watch me make a sigil. If you have questions, I can answer them after. So, you know, you write your sentence out and you can't have double letters. So anything that's a double letter you have to take out of it, and that's what I'm doing right now. And then the letters we're left with, I'll start showing you the process as I go. Oh, okay. Otis brought me an offering. I'll take care of it, Alex. Sorry. Okay, we're getting there, you guys. Sounds like Otis brought me an offering. It's funny because I asked him yesterday to bring me an offering, and the day before Alex asked him to bring an offering, and he did because there was a bunch of robins in Alex's garden. So don't think that you can't get what you ask for from your magical familiars. Okay, so I think we're left with an F, no F, a U, a V, a B, an O, is that right? A J, and an L. Are they the same letters? H-U. No, they're not the same. What? There should be an H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good news. After I broke down that whole entire sigil, and I made it the proper wordage for the law of attraction, instead of saying will be, I said are the best days of her life, okay? It still broke down to the same 7 letters that I made the sigil out of. So we're good to go as keeping the sigil the same. But had the letters changed, we would have had to change the sigil. So that's the good news. I don't have to recreate my art piece because that takes me... I know it's really not much of anything to look at, but it did take me time to try to not make it look like a bunch of letters put together. And if yours does look like a bunch of letters put together, that's okay. It takes time to get it to actually look like a symbol rather than a bunch of letters put together. So just saying that, let's get this ready. And I need to look up the Gemini symbol back here, and then we'll be good. I think the one I'll use is where, I think, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Is this a Gemini symbol? Is that a Gemini symbol right there? Or should I look one up? But I'm going to put the shape of the candles in the Gemini symbol. Did I lose my chat? Thank you for saying that's a beautiful sigil. This is Hadrina Thomas. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. You guys say yes. Okay, perfect. I don't have to look it up. I was just confirming. Because my Gemini tattoos are these. It's twin stars, because I always kind of see myself as those mad twins, you know, the Mad Hattering twins. Just so everybody knows, if they ever run into a top hat that's made out of beaver and it's under $50, please, please, please get it for me and I'll find a way to buy it from you. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Madam Butterfly. There we go. And it is just a little curved at the top, right? It's not straight across. It's a little arch, I do believe, in there. Like I did arch it a little bit. Okay, so let's get everything going. I'll tip you down. Thank you. Thank you, Hadrina Thomas. I love my ink too, is the good news. There's absolutely nothing wrong with cleansing something like a cake when you bring it home from the store. And all you need to do is before you open it, take a little bit of Florida water in your hands. It doesn't even have to be a lot, just enough to get them wet. Rub them together, touch all over this, and say, I cleanse this from all the places that it's been, any energies that have touched it that are negative or otherwise are gone. And it is now mine, so mote it be. So something as simple as that, just trying not to get any energies that may be muddled up in there to release. Because remember, Florida water it's like spiritual Purell, but it's going to attract good spirits and keep away negative spirits. So that's the beautiful thing about Florida water. Hey Sue Hennessy! Oh great, I'm glad that you got to see it. Did you like your card? Oh good, you loved it. Alright, I'm glad. I'm so glad I got to do that for everybody and have a card for everybody by the time Marathon got here. Okay, so I'm going to keep it in the box because it has to stay chilled. It's a chilled cake. So we're just going to keep it out of the box while we're decorating it. And tomorrow at the birthday we'll, get all the candles lit around it. We're going to choose all different kinds of candles to go around the outside because we do the year of how old you are, which I do believe I'm 37 years old. I stopped counting a while back, but you do the years of how old you are around the cake, and then instead of the number of candles of your birthday being on top, and then instead you do this your astrological symbol in the candles, and then we'll do the sigil in this on top of the cake right now. So that's what I'm hoping to do here. This, then decorate it, then with the berries, and then put the candles on top in the Gemini symbol. Okay, so let's see if I can follow my own art. So it doesn't matter which way the letters are. And again, like I say, I've done a video on sigils and how to use them and how to make them. And in my video, I teach you that you should either bury it or burn it or something like that. Hi, on the cusp, Tarot. How are you? Nice to see you. But in this case, what we're doing with the sigil to activate it is we're eating it, we're ingesting it, and that's going to be part of the working, part of the spell. So I'm going to try and get my sigil, my art piece, onto here. Wish me luck. Oh, I should cleanse this as well. I cleanse this from all the places that it's been. All the energies that have attached to it are now gone, and it is mine. So mote it be. Am I going to be able to do that? No. Maybe I have to cut the tip? Is that right, you guys? I don't know, I don't bake. Maybe it says. To use, cut the end of tube at the tip. Squeeze from the bottom. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we are. And I got this at a place that's like all natural. They even had food colorings that were made out of vegetables. And it was $10 for 6 colors. But I mean, if I had the extra money, I would do it. So you're not eating those like cancerous dyes, I suppose. Tastes like lemon and sugar. It's really pretty good. And then they put something in it to make it sparkly, but it's supposed to be all natural. Yeah, it doesn't really taste like anything but sugar and citrus. I did it! I mean, it's a little different because of the shape of the cake. So here's the sigil, and here's the cake, and if I tip it, I fear that the cake won't fall off. Did pretty good, right? Okay, so now I'm going to place some berries on here, and I'm going to do the candles in the shape of a Gemini, and I'm just going to use white candles, because I did the color magic in the orange, okay? So I did the color magic for orange to be in touch with my sacral chakra, because that's what I'm trying to work on right now. I also did orange to resonate with, like, self-love and communication and some things like that. What else does orange represent in color magic to you guys? Do you remember from our reading? So I figured white candles because we're also going to have the berries in here. The berries are here because of their magical properties and because of that they taste amazing with lemon cake. But I did figure in the magical properties, and we'll get Scott Cunningham's Wicca in the kitchen and talk about that. I'm going to kiss all the berries before I put them on my cake. I'm thanking them for their energies and at the same time asking them to do these magical workings for me. I love blueberries. And I just recently found out how good green blueberries are if you eat them before they're blue or purple. Orange got you is happiness. Yeah, orange always makes me feel happy. I think the thing with the color magic that resonates the most with me is the way the color makes me feel. And orange always makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. And like, no matter what, it's just, there's hope. I think hope resonates with me. Many aren't like fast. You love that, kissing them and thanking them. When I used to make my smoothies in the morning, I would kiss every single frozen frozen piece of fruit before I put it in. But it really does, especially when you're asking for these things to do things for you magically, to use these magical properties. And I'm going to get the book right now before I forget, to tell you guys all about what lemon does, what blueberry does, and what raspberry does in magic and in witchcraft. Energy. Here's the bird. Thanks for the birthday gift, Otis. Appreciate it. So let's talk about blueberries super quick. Let's see how we can get all this in the shot. Cake, me. So fruit. Cunningham. Love you, Scotty. That sounds good, Emily. Fruit. Okay, so blueberries. Looks like I've done a video on blueberries. I don't remember doing it, but the fact that I've got all those little things around it means I've done a video on it. That's how I know. So you just look up blueberries in Taxidermy Witch. Alright, blueberry, the planet. Do you guys want to guess the planet of blueberry? What planet do you think that the blueberry is attached to? Yes, the moon. Good job on the cusp, Daryl. The moon. Now that's kind of tricky because I said planet, but the sun and moon are generally in there as planet. Good guesses, you guys. Thank you for guessing. Jupiter is a good guess. The element. Do you remember what I say that most fruits share the same element? Do you know what element the blueberry has, you guys? Water. Most fruit, the element is water. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so, and the energy of blueberry is protection. And with these life changes that are coming up, I need protection. And I really wanted a moon fruit on there. Good guesses, you guys. So, magical uses of blueberry. This delicious Native American food is a welcome addition to the arsenal of protective foods. Eaten with visualization, so as I eat, I'm going to visualize myself being protected. Okay? Being safe. Eaten with visualization, it increases our magical defense systems. Okay? So if you want to increase your magical defense system, eat blueberries with visualization of yourself being safe, being strong, guarded by that white light all of the time, and fully confident in it at the same time. Here are some suggestions. Eat blueberry pie. Add the fruits to coffee cake with protective spices. Have a dish of blueberry ice cream. Sprinkle fresh blueberries onto a bowl of cooked rice. Yum! Yum! Or cornflakes and undoubtedly protective breakfast. I'm sorry, but I love sweet and savory. And fruit and rice sounds amazing. It sounds like rice pudding or something. To make a protective kitchen charm, crush fresh blueberries. I remember the video now, because I remember talking about this working. To make a protective kitchen charm, crush fresh blueberries with the finger dipped into the juice that you crushed it. Mark the sign of the pentagram onto a piece of white paper with the blueberry juice with your finger. So squish the blueberry with your finger. With the juice, make the sign of a pentagram on a white paper. And if you need to get more juice, but use your finger, not the blueberry. And then what you do is you keep this in the kitchen. It does not have to be in plain sight to guard the room itself as well as the food that is stored and prepared there. Wash your finger after making this sign. It'll need it. Isn't that cool? So let's just start right now because we've got everything that we need. I'm going to get a piece of white paper. Okay, so square. Oh, absolutely, Sherry Bug. You could put that on the back of the canvas because it wouldn't even be enough water to soak through, or moisture to soak through and ruin it. Okay. nice, big, soft, juicy one. The ones that I don't even like to eat. And then I'm going to put it on the counter and squish it with my finger, okay? And with that juice, that moisture, which is a little purple, there you have it. It's got a little bit of a purple tinge to it. Once it dries, nobody would probably be any the wiser to what it was. I always like to encompass it with a circle, so I'm going to turn this into a circle. A misshapen circle, but a circle. There we go. We have a nice little protective kitchen charm. So I'm going to actually just put this on my fridge because nobody here, I mean everybody here would be happy about it. And I'm going to put it next to the picture of my family. Keep them folks safe. Okay, so we read about blueberries. We did the little working that was in there. That was cool. So far our cakes looks like this. It's got our sigil on it, our blueberries. Let's read about lemons before we put the raspberries on because we've already got lemons on there. Okay, so lemon. Do you guys know the planet and the element of lemon? Do we want to take a guess on the planet and element of lemon while I catch up on the chat here? So mote it be. Yes, exactly, Hadrina Thomas, and so what if they aren't? We can't make everyone happy. You're absolutely right. So, Venus and water. Okay, well, I'm glad that you guessed water, because yes, it is a fruit and the element is water. The planet, however, is the moon, and I guess it makes sense. It looks like a big yellow full moon. Maybe. And so with lemon, the energies are love, happiness, and purification. These are things that will all be really good for me this coming year. The lore, probably native to China, lemons first gained notice in the West when the British sailors were given rations of the vitamin C-rich lemon juice to prevent scurvy on long voyages. Later, lime juice, just as effective but less expensive, replaced the lemon, subjecting these British seamen to the derogatory terms limeys. Lemon-flavored foods are used in Wiccan lunar fests. Magical uses. Lemon is a love fruit, but should be mixed with sugar for maximum results. Self-love, right there. Boom. Oh, book cover, absolutely, Debbie. We're reading from Wicca in the kitchen. So love fruit, but should be mixed with sugar for maximum results. Lemon pies, the British lemon curd. Don't get me started on lemon curd, and then you get some real British lemon curd. It's Madame Butterfly says limey right here. That's awesome. You always think of cleanliness when it comes to citrus. It's a really great cleaner. I have the best books. Thanks. And no, I'm really excited about this one though. You guys, I hope tonight I just get to sit down and read this to you. It is so fantastic. Okay, so back to lemon. My head's all over the place. That's normal. So British lemon curd and lemon puddings are all love-inducing. Women once served lemon pies to their husbands to keep them home at night. As the makes sense. As the cads ate the dessert, they'd feel their wives' love for them. Lemon dishes such as lemon chicken spread warmth among friends when shared at intimate dinners. They also promote happiness. For an internal purification, squeeze half a lemon into a glass of water. Sip or drink this straight down. The acidic juice is not only good for you, it is also give you a boost of physical energy as well. And it's an alkaline. It's an acidic because it's an acidic fruit, but it's not acidic in the body. It's not an acid in the body, it's an alkaline in the body. So it's good for you there. And that can get confusing when we talk about pH and raw foods in the body and stuff like that. Alright, the acidic juice is not only good for you, it will give you a boost of physical energy as well. Also drink in this mixture during all rituals designed to banish negative habits and thought patterns, so it would be really good in addiction magic. We work with addiction magic a lot on here, but so purifying. Hey Lunar Magic Spiritualist, did you change your name? Because I remember your picture. How are you? Nice to see you. Mark, right? That's right, Mark. Okay, so now let's talk about raspberries, and then we're going to add them onto my cake. Is it Mark? Am I right there? Great. Okay, so raspberries. So let's go ahead and guess the planet and the element of raspberries while I look it up. Planet and element, you guys. Raspberries. And here we are. Raspberry is on page 123, and again, we're still out of Wicca in the Kitchen by Scott Cunningham. You guys have some great guesses. Venus and water. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Venus and water. Venus and water. I would have guessed Mars too on the cusp because it's red. You know what I mean? Like, I always try and guess red foods with Mars, and it's about 50-50 that I'd be right on that kind of guess. So the planet of raspberry is Venus, the element is water, the energies are happiness, protection, and love. Again, that's going to be great for my self-love birthday cake, okay? And for my new adventure, my new voyage with my best friend. Okay. Magical uses. There's something magical about a rambling tangle of raspberry brambles. The white flowers, scarlet fruit, and painful spines add to the misery of this common fruit. And when you think about it, you really do have to do something to attain blackberries and raspberries in life. Like, unless you're going to the store where you can buy them for frickin' $9 a flat organic, and these aren't organic, they were on sale for $5. But you really want to get those organic when you can, if you can afford it. It's hard to wash preservatives off of berries. And those chemicals are just, they don't always wash off. You can't even wash raspberries, they just disintegrate. So anyway, because, you know, that plays with the magical abilities of it as well. So mine are less magical because they're not organic. I do believe that. Alright, but you have to make a real effort to get the fruit, and when you do get it, you might have cuts on you if you're getting it from nature. So, you know, it's more intent is put into it, more effort. Yeah, must risk the pain for the reward, absolutely. Hi, can you just say again when it's my birthday party? So tomorrow at 3 o'clock Seattle time, which is 5 o'clock in Texas, which is 6 o'clock on the East Coast, I do believe. So yeah, I thought that would be after everybody was off of work on Thursday. So tomorrow evening, 3 o'clock Seattle time. Thank you very much, Heather. Appreciate that. How about Arizona? I don't know what time zone you're in. Just look up on Google, what time is it, 3 p.m. Seattle? I don't know. You got to do the maths on that one, but I'll be here, and we'll have a party for a long time. So, where are we at? So back to raspberries. It even grows unintended on its lonely trails that lace through the Hawaiian Islands. The scent of the ripe berries, even if they are packed in a carton, can be cheering. Smell and eat for happiness. Raspberries are also useful in promoting both protection and love. And again, I was talking about, you know, needing that protection element, and that'll be a good thing. So, excellent book, especially when you're talking more about foods in magic. And, you know, Scott Cunningham's green book, The Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, it does have lemon, but it says different things, because this book is the magic of when you ingest it, when you actually eat it. The green book is talking about if we were to dry raspberries and put them in a working, or do them in a fresh working that we're going to bury or get rid of or something like that. But don't think that you can't use all these things around you. If you don't have the herbs you need for love, get this book and go look through your kitchen. Because at the back of the book it breaks it up, and it will say, you know, what all the love foods are, what all the, you know, they're all in these different categories in the back. All the Venus foods, all the, you know, moon foods, all of the, it's all broken up in the back of this book. It's an amazing book. So, putting a lot of intent into my magical birthday cake this year. And just the fact that I'm having a cake means that I won't, and I'll be eating a cake on my birthday, means that I will not go hungry this whole upcoming year. Okay? So if you guys didn't get to check out my video on magical birthday lore, check that out. It's about 2 weeks old, but you just search the Taxidermy Witch and birthday cakes. Okay, so I've got to keep the raspberries. Let's raspberry the cake up, and then we're going to do the Gemini symbol and candles, and then we'll be ready. And then I'll put it in the refrigerator until tomorrow. And then, well, we're going to have to do the candles tomorrow because I can't get the lid back on and put it in the refrigerator with the candles on, I don't think. So we'll candle it up tomorrow. But you want to put your candles in the shape of your astrological sign of your birth. So Gemini, I'm going to put a Gemini symbol on the top of the candle, the cake. And you could use colored candles, colored birthday candles to add in color magic. Where are my colored birthday candles? They were just right here. So if you wanted to add in extra magical intent using color magic, you could add those. You could add your color magic into some sparklers, birthday sparklers. So get these raspberries on here, and this will be like a brilliant self-love protection. That's the main focus of lemon, raspberries, and blueberries. Oh shoot! Kissing them all before I put them on there. Just one of the little things I like to do to add extra real love to it. And there we have it. So this is my little birthday cake with my sigil. And I'm very, very excited about it. It is a lemon cake with blueberries and raspberries and some kind of interesting orange icing that's all natural. And all really, really focusing on protection and self-love for my upcoming year. The sigil in the middle breaks down to say, the next 365 days are the best in Jennifer's life. So I know that by eating this, I am making that spell come to life. And I'm just dying that I have to wait till tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Like, honestly, you guys, the first thing I'm going to be doing on my video is eating a piece of this cake. And I wouldn't doubt it if I get half of this cake eaten during the 3 or 4 hours we go live tomorrow. We're going to do a magical tea party. We're going to do a puppet show with Thousandfold and Thousandfold's wife. so much we're doing tomorrow. We're going to be using birthday energy, and I also have this extra energy, you know. So we're going to think of some awesome workings that you can do for your birthday. But you guys, thank you for joining me. I had so much fun with you. And thanks for the new people that were here. It was loads of fun. I think what we'll do is we'll come back on later tonight and read from The Drunken Botanist, because this book is absolutely so much fun. So give me a little bit of time, and look forward to coming back and seeing you guys tonight to read from The Drunken Botanist. There's so much cool stuff in here. I could go on about it forever, and I will. So we'll see you guys soon. Happy birthday to me. Birthday party tomorrow, 3 o'clock Seattle time. See you guys there. Bye-bye.